Right now, this morning, if you're driving around UWL tomorrow, expect delays from the state track championships. We'll have the alternate route to keep you moving just ahead. President Trump is banning travelers from a dozen countries. Which nations made the list and why? Just ahead.
Okay, we have smoke and haze out there this early morning, down to the south along mostly Wisconsin, and then also to the east as well. When I come back, I'll have more about that coming up for just a moment.
And the Big Bad Wolf's biggest challenge isn't huffing and puffing, it's facing a jury. The courtroom comedy live straight ahead. Thank you for starting your morning with us on News 8 Now this morning. It is Thursday, June 5th. We'll send it back over to Art now. Art, I see that sun coming up over your shoulder.
Oh.
I'm liking it.
I see that every morning. It's such a blessing to see something like that. It's just gorgeous. Hey, you know what? We've got smoke and haze out there right now, but don't let that stop you. We're going to have the clouds on the increase later on today as well. We'll get from sunny skies to mostly cloudy to cloudy skies. The chance of rainfall will mostly be up in this image right here, up in Eau Claire. That'll also show, again, the possibility of light rainfall to carry over all the way into Friday as well. I want to show you this because this is about the closest I can get with a camera to show you what anything near Prairie du Chien might look like. This is Dubuque, Iowa. This is what it's like down to the south as we go into portions of southern Wisconsin and heading into Iowa. So yeah, smoke and haze out there. It's pretty bad. Wow. We'll go into that rainfall associated with that as well. You can see that's also helping to clear out some of the conditions, but that's well out of the area now, heading past Chicago. We'll see another batch of that possibly come in, but this alert goes all the way to the noon hour as we are normally seeing that occur over the last few days. And of course, that will also show some moisture coming into the forecast. Slowly but surely tracks in, goes to the Twin Cities. It'll head up along I-94, then on the Rhinelander, and then continue to track east out of the region. We'll see this continue on as you go right through today and later on. I'm talking about maybe about 8 o'clock tonight. It's where it really begins to pick up, and that continues to drag back down to the south as we go into Friday and into Saturday. It looks a little bit on the drier side. You can see that right now until at least we get into the afternoon where more showers start to pop into the picture. Back to you.
All right, Art, thank you. Tomorrow's state track championships at UWL could slow down your commute. To help traffic flow, the university suggests visitors from the east or west take I-90 to Highway 53. Those from the north use Highway 35. If you're coming from the south, take Main Street to West Avenue. A Winona man is now facing charges in a drive-by shooting that hit 3 homes. 30-year-old Damon Lamont Smith Jr. is accused of firing at the houses on May 24th. In one house, police say a family was watching TV when bullets hit. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Smith faces up to 10 years in prison and a $200,000 fine. News 8 now learning more about a federal investigation at a La Crosse home. Postal inspectors executing a search warrant Tuesday at 2115 Kane Street. Our crew saw agents loading semi-trucks with boxes recovered from inside the home. You see that here. Neighbors say the massive law enforcement presence was a surprise.
I was sitting here. I got home from work at about 10 after 11 in the morning, and all of a sudden, swarms of cars come in undercover cops, FBI agents, the U.S. Postal Inspector.
Authorities say they did not make any arrests during the search. And turning now to some breaking news, Israel has recovered the bodies of 2 Israeli-American hostages. The Israeli military says it recovered 70-year-old Judy Weinstein and 72-year-old Gadi Haggai, who were taken during the October 7th attack. The couple is believed to be walking near their home in kibbutz near Oz on the morning of October 7th. Also breaking overnight, President Trump announcing a new travel ban. The restrictions would impact 19 countries, mostly located in Asia, Africa, South America, and the Caribbean. Taking a live look at the White House, CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest on the Trump administration.
We don't want them.
Announcing a new travel ban, President Donald Trump cited last weekend's fiery attack in Boulder, Colorado, as the reason he's blocking people from more than a dozen countries from entering the U.S.
We will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm.
The suspect in that case, an Egyptian national who overstayed his visa, but Egypt is not among the list of 12 countries from which the president has fully banned travel, nor the 7 countries with partial travel restrictions. The president's announcement as he kicked off summer at the White House, but no public proclamation about ally Elon Musk's attacks on his massive budget and border bill. Wednesday, Musk wrote on X, bankrupting America is not okay, kill the bill, adding in another post, a new spending bill should be drafted. House Speaker Mike Johnson says that's not possible.
We don't have time for a brand new bill.
This, as new analysis from the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office projects the package would add $2.4 trillion to the deficit and leave an additional 10 million Americans uninsured over the next 10 years.
The White House disputes those numbers from the CBO. President Trump yesterday also issued a new proclamation banning international students from coming into the U.S. to attend Harvard University. President Trump ordering a sweeping review of Biden's presidential actions. He wants Attorney General Pam Bondi to review policy documents signed with that so-called auto pen. The memo also calls for investigating whether Biden's team covered up information about his mental and physical health, something that Biden's advisors deny. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz meets with President Trump at the White House today. The two are expected to discuss the wars in Ukraine and Gaza, plus trade policy. It comes one day after Trump's new steel tariffs took effect on most of the world, including Germany, the EU's largest steel producer. Education Secretary Linda McMahon, meanwhile, wrapping up 2 days of Capitol Hill testimony, grilled by lawmakers about department cuts that will impact students at every level, including those who borrow to help pay for their higher education. The recent federal student loan landscape has created much confusion for current and future borrowers. Karen Caifa takes a look at what you should know.
The White House seeks to slash the Education Department's budget by 15%, and the future of some key federal student loan programs is on the line.
There are millions of people across this country who are just trying to stay on track of all of these changes.
Aisa Canchola Banez, policy director for the Student Borrower Protection Center, says the nonprofit is receiving borrower questions ranging from where to seek help as the Education Department has slashed staff to what President Trump's massive domestic policy bill, as passed by the Republican-led House, could mean for them.
This bill will massively eliminate the number of repayment options that borrowers have at their disposal.
The legislation currently under discussion in the Senate and the Education Department's budget request propose, among other program cuts, limiting federal student loan repayment plans to just 2 options, capping borrowing even for professional programs like medical school, and slashing maximum Pell Grants typically used by low-income undergraduates by about $1,700. Meanwhile, the Trump administration restarted collection of federal student loans in default last month, impacting millions of already squeezed borrowers. Matt Schultz, chief consumer finance analyst for LendingTree, says that could dent the overall economy.
There's no question in my mind that there's going to be a ripple effect in families' budgets as a result of these student loan payments restarting, because most people's financial wiggle room was pretty tiny anyway.
If you're turning on the tap in Toma this morning, your water is safe to drink despite an advisory issued yesterday. The city issued that after nitrate levels in one water well tested above the 10 milligram per liter safety level. Several follow-up tests came back within safe levels. City officials shut down the well and they are investigating. The DNR requires an advisory notice when results like this happen.
So the water is safe to drink. It's just that well 14 was above 10. So it is okay for the public to drink the water. No one has been drinking well 14 only water.
Nitrate can get into groundwater from fertilizer, manure, septic system seepage, or stormwater runoff. And at the Wisconsin State Capitol, bipartisan budget talks have collapsed without a deal. Governor Evers and top Republicans posted statements saying their discussions are over after what both sides called positive talks. Evers said no compromises were made and Republicans could not support his top priorities, public school spending and child care subsidies. Senate Republicans said Evers' spending priorities go beyond what taxpayers can afford. Republicans can pass their own budget, but it is subject to the governor's partial veto power. Dairyland Power Cooperative is shifting away from coal as its primary energy source. The co-op discussed the transition during yesterday's annual meeting, where members learned about the company's successes and future plans. The energy shift was among the key topics as Dairyland moves toward cleaner power sources.
It used to be almost 100% coal just 20 years ago. Now we're about a third coal, a third gas, and a third renewables. And over the course of the next 10 years, we're going to be potentially half natural gas, half renewables, and really doing it economically. So,
columnist Guy Benson gave keynote remarks on how Trump's tariffs and budget bill could impact the dairy industry. Relief for drivers dealing with Blackhawk Bridge headaches. Officials have brought back the free water taxi connecting Wisconsin and Iowa. The Blackhawk Bridge closed more than 2 weeks ago after officials detected unsafe movement, adding hours to people's daily commutes.
It's a frustrating closure. We're separating people from their jobs and their families and their critical services that they need.
The water taxi between Lansing, Iowa and DeSoto, Wisconsin runs Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Lansing Marina and Big Slough Boat Landing. The time now is 6:10. Still ahead on your morning news. Private sector hiring is plummeting. Amazon announces a massive $10 billion investment, and Ford issuing some more recalls. We'll have those business stories just ahead. Spring home sales were down this season. Coming up, a look at what is turning buyers away. And for now, sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning, a rescue dog's incredible month-long survival story. Amber was rescued from Qatar and sent to a London foster family, but she ran away just 1 day later. A month later, she was spotted swimming in coastal waters after apparently traveling 30 miles and swimming to an island. A passing boat spotted her swimming back. She hooked her paws on their ladder and was pulled aboard. Despite losing weight, Amber is healthy and is back with her family. She needs a movie made about her. As you start to wake up this morning, leaving you with a quick wake-up call. The city that installed the first drive-in window. Is it Syracuse, New York? I think so. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is after the break.
When you're looking for new appliances, Menards is the place to shop. You'll find a great selection ready to take home today. Save over $600 on this Maytag washer and dryer pair after sale price and 11% rebate. Countertops are the center of the home, and Menards carries a great selection. From elegant to everyday options. Durable, low maintenance, and easy to clean. Get quartz countertops starting at $39.95 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Here at Schneider Heating, we have a huge emphasis on culture, getting along, working together.
We follow through on our promises, and we get the job done.
We will do what we need to do to ensure that you are safe, comfortable, and happy.
We have a lot of veteran installers who really care, and even more put their mind at ease by installing Carrier equipment.
We're not just putting in a furnace. You know, you're hiring the whole company. You're hiring our service department, our install department. Just a ton of experience. We're very helpful.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right. So we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind. Because safety runs through everything we do. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Protect your home with Tundra Seamless Gutters and Gutter Helmet from Asher Lasting Exteriors. Our highly trained technicians can install the complete water management system for your home with exclusive custom gutters and gutter helmet, guaranteeing you'll never clean your gutters again. Join us for our summer sale, one day only on Thursday, June 12th at Ether Showroom in Eau Claire or Onalaska. Enjoy super summer savings with up to 25% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months at Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Never settle for ordinary. Not when outstanding is within reach. From laminate and vinyl to tile and wood, Floor & Decor has more options. For pros, homeowners, and anyone looking for the right look at the right price. With an entire store full of ideas in stock, your next beautiful space is at Floor & Decor.
All right, I want some cloud cover here. I want some sunshine. I want some temperatures down. It's going to be a little bit on the mild side. It's going to happen for us all day today. Hey, we're going to get some 40s right now to start your day. 51 in La Crosse, though. 50 in Decorah. 50 in Boscobel. We get down to Boscobel and Prairie du Chien, you're in the smoke-filled conditions that are just going to stay around all the way until at least the noon hour. Even folks that are to the east along the lake, they've got that going on all day until at least the noon hour, I should say, or all morning to the noon hour. Highs for today, you're looking with at least temperatures in the middle 70s all the way to the low 80s. You've got clouds that'll be on the increase today, taking us to partly to mostly cloudy skies through the afternoon, and then cloudier as we finish out tonight and overnight. We'll carry over into how this all shapes up. You can see the day today, smoky. You'll also see down to the south along I-90. You get to Eau Claire, you're going to be looking at this. You'll hold on to some cloudiness, then we'll lose the cloud cover, put you back into some extra sunshine there, and then bring some more clouds, and then you'll see them fill in for the better part of the day. But you're going to get your 70s and maybe some 80s associated with that as well for you. You can see the smoke can be to the east for them. They're looking at rain forecast coming through today. It's going to be slight. You're looking at maybe 1/10 of an inch or less. You get down to areas right by Sparta, you're looking at maybe 1/4 of an inch or less in the forecast. You notice La Crosse has nothing showing. And of course, we go into highs for Friday. You're going into temperatures that'll be a little on the cooler side. Middle 60s to the middle 70s. You're looking at mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of light rainfall to sprinkles. Maybe most of that will stay up along I-94. We'll go back along into areas as you go into Saturday. You've got a little bit of light rainfall possibly coming into your forecast as well. Back to you.
In your morning consumer news, private sector hiring appears to be slowing down. Payroll company ADP released its new employment report, finding that private sector firms added only 37,000 jobs in May, down from 60,000 in April, and significantly lower than the 130,000 jobs that economists were expecting. ADP says the 37,000 is the lowest monthly total since March 2023. Amazon betting big on North Carolina, announcing a $10 billion investment to expand its cloud computing and AI infrastructure. The tech giant claims the move will also create at least 500 jobs. In addition to the data centers, Amazon says it'll invest in bringing STEM training and education programs to local communities. And Ford recalling more vehicles this morning, more than 550,000 of them, because of airbag and structural issues. The recalls covering model years 2016, 2017, and 2025. The first recall is for the risk of a dislodged airbag indicator light. The second is for driver and front passenger B-pillar door trims that may detach while driving. More homes typically sell in the spring because buyers and sellers with families want to move before the new school year. But this spring saw market sales lagging. Jen Sullivan looks at what is causing the sales slowdown.
Owning a home is part of the American dream, but it's a dream that's becoming unreachable for many.
It's been a tough environment.
Lawrence Yoon with the National Association of Realtors says higher sticker prices and high mortgage rates are turning away potential buyers.
That is the big barrier to overcome. And right now, at the moment, the Federal Reserve is on pause, reluctant to cut interest rate, so that is hindering the current activity.
The median existing home sale price in April rose to $414,000. Prices have now gone up for 22 straight months. And as of last week, interest rates for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage were 6.89%, according to Freddie Mac, which is likely why pending home sale prices fell 6.3% in April in all 4 regions of the U.S. Experts warn prices are unlikely to come down anytime soon.
We are finding that home prices continue to hit new record highs.
But there is good news. Yoon says more homes are coming on the market, and that means buyers have more choices.
Good news for potential home buyers. Now they can ask for a little better price, maybe a little more negotiating room.
We'll take whatever good news we can, and that's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
Okie doke, and away we go. Oh my goodness, happy Thursday to you as we roll into the forecast. That sunshine still there, Alexandra? Yay. Oh wow, look at that. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, so we get into it. You're looking at the air quality alert. That's down south along I-90. You've got also to the east along the lake. You're also looking at mostly sunny skies, cool and quiet as we start the morning hours. And then those clouds will be on the increase, taking us from partly to mostly cloudy skies, giving way way to at least a little bit of light rainfall, possibly swinging in up along north along I-94, and it is light. So it's about maybe a 20% chance, if that at all. And then continuing on, you see the alerts right here for today, finishing about the noon hour for you. The winds are light today. You can see the flag from Eau Claire not really moving at all. You've got the smoke and haze a little bit out there, but not as bad as it is down to the south. I got to tell you that. Take a look. I'm going to take you right back over to Dubuque, Iowa. I'll give you a view of what that smoke and haze is doing down there. This is the closest view I can give you all the way down. That guy's walking out there. He's doing his thing, getting it. But if you're going to be doing stuff like that, you just have to take a break or two and then get back at it again. You're going to be holding on to the possibility here. Man, he's like jamming, man. I wish I could walk that fast. Hey, we're going over to Alaska, and we're looking at it. It's looking pretty nice there as well. All that green is just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we carry on, and we're looking at how this all shapes up. Current temperatures right now in the 40s, the 50s for you. Currently, it feels pretty good on your skin out there. And as you go right into it, how it feels again for the day, you're looking at, again, this 70s and some 80s are on the way. So we're going to warm you back up. La Crosse is going to get 81 degrees. You've got 80 for Eau Claire. You get into areas by Sparta, you're looking at 80 degrees there. Down to the South Prairie du Chien, about 79. And that's probably taking you down because you've got a little bit of fog and low cloud activity. So as we carry over to how this all shapes up, you can see it going in as we go through the next few hours. We've got clear skies and mostly sunny skies, then partly cloudy skies. A little light rainfall tries to sneak up with light to moderate rainfall carrying over from the 8 o'clock hour tonight going into the midnight hour. That stays well up to the north along I-94 and then continues to do so as we go all the way into Friday at 11 a.m. still on that track with light to moderate rainfall, and then continues to drag down and breaks apart. You can see it breaking apart right there and tries to bring some of that rainfall down to the south along I-90 as well as I-94. You'll be seeing that doesn't work out too well because it's so dry out there. So anyway, we get into it as we go into Saturday. You've got the possibility of clouds only increase, holding on to the possibilities from light to moderate rainfall. Again, it begins to fall apart as it gets towards the river. As that does, we're looking at conditions for Friday to be like this, holding on to at least maybe some, again, 60s and some low 70s and middle 70s. We get into the forecast for everybody else, so we go to the 80s, then the middle 70s, upper 70s, then we're looking at temperatures beyond for Sunday beginning to drop down. 75 degrees for Sunday. That's going to be fun, though, temperature-wise for the Butterfest. You're also going to be looking at 65 for cooler conditions on Monday. Rainfall chances, possibility of that happening as well. I just want to reiterate, rainfall for Sunday for now is looking like it's going to be thunderstorm activity in the morning, and then it begins to break down, becoming mostly sunny skies.
Thank you, Art. Prostate cancer is highly treatable when caught early, but screening guidelines can be confusing. The smart screening approach that could save lives after the morning sports blitz.
Coming up in the Blitz, a finish that was down to the wire in boys golf sectionals at Drugans, plus the North Side versus the South Side Regionals edition. I've got the highlights after this.
Welcome to Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique, your new go-to for all things gourmet and kitchen chic. From artisanal cookware to unique gourmet ingredients, we've got everything to inspire your inner chef. Discover our exclusive collection of kitchen gadgets, quality knives, and delicious culinary delights. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a home cooking enthusiast, Hazel and Lola's is here to elevate your kitchen game. Hazel and Lola's, located inside Wesco and Sparta. Stop in today and tell them Peyton sent you.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. The starting wage for laborers is up to $21 per hour with no experience necessary. We will train the right candidate. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
Here's to the farm and fleet dads, the ones who take pride in a job well done, the ones who make the most of every moment and still take the time to pass it on. At Blaine's, we're here to make this Father's Day special with gifts for one-of-a-kind dads at prices that'll make them proud. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $10.99. Get a free trimmer attachment when you buy one of these Milwaukee outdoor power tools. Plus, Blaine's gift cards are always perfect gifts. Find the value you need to make this Father's Day special. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
All the financial benefits are awesome.
And then on top of that, it's green energy.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
The 30% solar tax credit could end in 2025. If you want to install solar on your residential or commercial property and receive this tax credit, call 608-780-2347 to get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy today.
From laminate and vinyl to tile and wood, Floor & Decor has more options for pros, homeowners, and anyone looking for the right look at the right price. Your next beautiful space is at Floor & Decor.
The Blitz. We are down to the nitty-gritty for even more seasons. We'll begin at Drugans for some Division I sectional boys golf. The top 2 teams advance, top 3 individuals move on to state. Holman's #1, Cale Halaska, with a good showing in his final high school golf meet. He shot an 82. Spencer Galt had the top score for the Vikes as they finished 6th out of 8 teams with a 329. Meanwhile, Onalaska right in the mix at the top of the team standings. Great chip with an awkward setup by Chasen Witt, who shot an 80, which tied Colton Schroeder for 3rd best on the squad. John Morwinski trying to extend his career as a Hilltopper. He had the best score out of all the seniors playing today with a 79. Great putt there on #4. The best Onalaska scorecard was freshman Rylan Tomaszek, who finished 8th overall, and he was on fire with a short game. The Hilltoppers turned in a team score of 317, which actually tied Madison West, and the Regents won the playoff, shooting 3 strokes better on hole #10. So Onalaska barely misses out on the state tournament. Peyton Albers right there of Waunakee, your medalist with a 71. And the Battle of Lacrosse postseason edition on the pitch last night. Logan Luther co-op down 1-0 when Emma Kolb makes a good run. Fires in a shot, but a nice save by Laura Lapp of Central. Then in the 29th minute, Riverhawks with a corner kick. Grace Wilkerson sends in a good ball, and Katie Biondo using the noggin to double the lead. Lapp keeps a clean sheet, and Central is moving on. They'll face Reedsburg for the regional titles Saturday at 7. And head to news8000.com to see some highlights from Aquinas' opening round victory over Bloomer yesterday on the baseball field. A special performance by Waylon Hargrove on the bump. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you back here for another action-packed night.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
Big names, big energy, one unforgettable weekend. Ashley for the Arts returns August 7th through the 9th in Arcadia, featuring Brad Paisley, ZZ Top, Darius Rucker, Third Eye Blind, and more. From live music and family fun to fireworks and interactive art, all for $55. It's not just a festival, it's an experience. Get your tickets now at ashleyforthearts.com.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in. Trade it in. The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in. Trade it in. If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in. Trade it in.
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months no-interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale this Friday through Sunday. Get our special recipe brats, 8 for just $10. Pork chops, just 99 cents. Table Makers chicken breasts, just $1.99 a pound. George's chicken leg quarters, just 59 cents a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.88 a pound. Plus, save on bacon, ribs, chicken grillers, and more. Save in-store and online. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis gets in my way. But thanks to Skyrizi, I'm free to bare my skin. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people were 100% plaque-free. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Fashion and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In your morning medical news, scientists are tracking measles through your sewage. Researchers are using wastewater testing to detect the virus as measles cases rise across the U.S. It's similar to COVID pandemic tracking when sewage testing helps identify early transmission signs. The new national program can potentially spot cases days before people show symptoms or see a doctor. And Minnesota health officials warning Mall of America visitors about potential measles exposure. An unvaccinated child recently diagnosed with measles visited an indoor theme park at the mall May 24th. Anyone at the mall that evening could have been exposed and should monitor for symptoms through June 14th.
It is spread by talking and laughing and singing. And unfortunately, it can hang out in the air and infect others for up to 2 hours, even after that infectious child, in this case, leaves that airspace, which is the reason that we're out here really warning the public.
As of this week, more than 1,100 measles cases have been reported in the U.S. It is one of the most common cancers in U.S. men. About 1 in 8 will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, according to the American Cancer Society. The disease is also a leading cause of cancer death among men, but early detection can save lives. Mandy Gaither has more on who should be screened for prostate cancer and when.
If found early, prostate cancer is highly treatable before it spreads. But the American Cancer Society estimates there will be more than 35,700 deaths from the disease in the U.S. this year alone. Screening can save lives, but knowing who should screen and when can be confusing.
PSA screening is so complicated because different organizations have come out with their own thoughts on what that screening interval should be and shouldn't be.
Dr. Mitchell Humphreys with Mayo Clinic says most organizations agree that men at average risk should get their screening between the ages of 55 and 69. It's a blood test known as prostate-specific antigen, or PSA. But he says the decision to start screening should be made between the patient and their doctor based on risk. Those more likely to develop prostate cancer include anyone with a family history of the disease, or those who may have inherited the BRCA genes typically linked to breast cancer. Black men are also at higher risk. Humphrey says anyone with these risk factors should start screening earlier than those at average risk. How often a patient should be screened also varies, so he recommends what he calls smart screening, meaning those who have a history of higher PSA levels should be monitored and screened more often than someone whose levels are low.
You can tailor it to the individual health and the risk of the patient, determine how often you should be having that blood test checked for your health and longevity.
The American Cancer Society says men with less than a 10-year life expectancy shouldn't be screened for prostate cancer since the disease grows slowly. Screening could lead to unnecessary procedures. Excitement is churning in Sparta as Butterfest kicks off with a carnival tonight. Starting at 5:30, the 41st annual festival will run through Sunday with something for everyone. Softball and golf tournaments, food, music, carnival rides, and the fan favorite cow milking contest, all at the Sparta Festival grounds.
It's an opportunity for people to get out and enjoy the beginning of the fest season and to be able to share time with their family, friends, get out, eat some food, and, you know, just have a good time.
This year's festival is dedicated to founding member Dolores Bowen, who was involved for 40 years before she died. You can find a full schedule of events at SpartaButterfest.com. There are a lot of events. And Moontunes is kicking off the summer concert season. Tonight is the first week, running every Thursday from 5:30 to 8:30 at Riverside Park till mid-September. Headliners start at 7, and tonight is Mae Simpson. La Crosse nonprofits teamed up last night to serve the city's homeless population. They hosted free food, music, and haircuts at the Copeland Park North Shelter. It's a collaboration between What I Need Now, Driftless Recovery Services, and Driftless Housing Services.
Some of our unsheltered neighbors need a little extra TLC sometimes too.
The event was the first of its kind, and they hope to do more. Carol Table spends her time giving back to those in need. Now the La Crosse Area Community Foundation is honoring her generosity. News 8 Now's Grace Monk reports.
When choosing this year's Forever Friends Award recipient, Carol Table was at the top of the list.
She is the grandma that everybody wants.
A shining example of what philanthropy can look like in our community.
Table has lived in La Crosse for 55 years. When it was time for her to retire from teaching, she decided to spend her days giving back. She did everything from volunteer work to establishing charitable funds with the La Crosse Area Community Foundation.
I would much prefer to give than to get. And I've always been like that.
Table created 3 funds with the foundation to support organizations close to her heart. It's a line of work that she's rather humble about.
Carol was almost reluctant to accept our award because she wants to do her work in a quiet, meaningful way.
Active in church, the La Crosse Board of Education, and the Humane Society, and that's enough. We'll stop.
One of Table's favorite organizations to support is the Cooley Region Humane Society.
She's been a board member, a volunteer, a supporter. She basically, when we need something, we can call Carol.
Table aims to do more than just support the organization she's passionate about. With every act of generosity, she makes sure to touch the hearts of those involved.
She's just a remarkable lady who wants to give back and shower the community with love and appreciation.
She helps folks have an experience here in town that matters, and she brings people together across differences in ways that help us be the place we all want to be.
Table might not be a lifelong resident of La Crosse, but she's one whose impact will last a lifetime.
I feel very honored to be getting it. The Community Foundation is a great place.
In La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
And congrats to her, well deserved. And now we'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got a look at our morning commute.
Okie dokie, and this is what it looks like out there right now. Hold on to air quality down to the south along I-90, and folks are in the dense, well, I would say it was looking pretty dense. It's getting a little bit better now. You've got the sunshine that you just saw behind me as well. You've got AM mostly sunny, cool and quiet, and then that's going to change. We'll increase the clouds gradually through the morning into the afternoon to partly cloudy, mostly sunny, partly cloudy, and then mostly cloudy skies take over pretty much through the better part of the day. You're going to hold on to again, the alert quality you can see is kind of still low for unhealthy for sensitive groups. It's down to our south here. You see that all the way to our east as well, and that's where it's all stacked up. Take a look here what I've got going on for you. Eau Claire, you've got a little bit of haze out there right now. We've seen this for the better part of several days now, in and out of that. Dubuque has gotten much better than what I just showed you there. You can also see that that is clearing out nicely. They had some fog. They also have the smoke and haze associated with that as well. You can see the orange tinge in that as well with the sky coming up, or the cloudiness coming, the sunshine coming up. Onalaska is just looking fantastic out there as well. The highway is looking pretty good, or I should say the interstate's looking good for everybody on the roads. Hey, we'll carry over to how it all looks right now. Current temperatures are in the 40s and the 50s. Highs today are looking at the 70s and the 80s today. 81 in La Crosse, 80 for Eau Claire for you. Then we'll get into the better part of the day. You're holding on to that sunshine, as I mentioned. Clouds come in, increase. Moisture stays up along I-94. You see that continuing on and finishing out right there. You're holding on to the possibility of all of that staying well to the north as we go into Friday. Take a quick peek here as we go the next few days here. We're looking at the possibility of conditions to be getting into the 80s, 70s today, and that continues all the way to your weekend as well, with cooler conditions on Monday.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8. We've got Kelsey turning 18 months. She loves playing in the water and snuggling her cat, Ollie. And Joan is turning 88. She enjoys being active in the church, making lefse, and spending time with her kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids. And Myrna is turning 88. She enjoys helping out at church, volunteering at the food pantry, and staying involved in Chaseburg community events. Happy birthday to all 3 of you ladies. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button. Still ahead, fairy tale characters are taking the big bad wolf to court. You get to decide his fate. The must-see show coming up.
Where's the best place for local, fresh, quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Stock up this month with special pricing on baby back ribs, whole pork butt, and whole beef brisket. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Here's to the Farm and Fleet dads, the ones who take pride in a job well done, the ones who make the most of every moment and still take the time to pass it on. At Blaine's, we're here to make this Father's Day special with gifts for one-of-a-kind dads at prices that'll make them proud. Like $130 off this Craftsman Mechanics tool set, 10% off WeatherGuard truck boxes. Rewards members save 15%, and select vehicle accessories 20% off. Find the value you need to make this Father's Day special. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
I'm Mike Rowe, and this is the most honest commercial you're going to see all week.
Today, we're waterproofing a basement.
How long do you think this problem has been a problem?
Well, actually, the homeowner told us that she's lived here for 42 years, and when they first moved in, they had water issues.
Yeah.
That is like your telltale sign of like, hey, I'm having an issue, and that's when people should call.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
We really care about our employees and their families, and then also the community as a whole.
We have a lot of really, really good employees. It's like a family around here.
The customer is always number one. That's always our goal, to get them running.
Having Carrier as their main product with the support that they give us, the commitment to their product, to our people, is outstanding.
From the first call that you make, we'll take care of you every step of the way.
And air conditioning, your comfort is our business.
When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works fast, and most have migraine pain relief within 2 hours. You can treat it anytime, anywhere. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur hours to days after. Side effects include nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Ubrelvy.
My wife urged me to get my ears checked, and I've done, like most people, everything possible to probably damage them. It's an easy process. It's an easy thing to do. It's free. Come in and get it checked. Mine is not perfect, but at least I know that I have to be a little more careful. You know, they've been doing this a long time, and they know what they're doing. So to have this available to us locally here, oh, they're fantastic. I would highly recommend them.
Better Hearing Center on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Holman Locker and Meat Market is your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up on our summer meat bundle, which includes top sirloin, ground beef, Polish sausage, chicken fillet, pork chops, locker dogs, and brats. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
It is a cool morning. It is a nice morning. It is great out there right now. Still about 40s and 50s. We're holding on to at least some 60s, 70s, and 80s on the way today. And of course, it is cool and quiet. So the skies are going to increase on us gradually, going from mostly sunny to partly cloudy to at least mostly cloudy to finish out the day. You're going to see these temperatures right now, 51 in La Crosse, Eau Claire at 48 degrees right now. We'll go right back into some smoke and haze down to the south. That'll be gone by the noon hour. By the time you reach these temperatures, it's looking pretty good for you there. 81 for La Crosse today, 80 for Eau Claire. You are going to hold on to folks to the east, holding on to some more of those 80s as well as down to the south. We'll find ourselves with a good-looking Thursday with increasing clouds for you. How about this, though? We'll gather all that in. You see sunshine, and it looks great. Then all of a sudden, what's that? We got some cloud cover, especially down to the south. You get that in there by Prairie du Chien, and it picks up for everybody with light rainfall up to the north, turning to light to moderate around the 8 o'clock hour tonight, getting into the evening, all the way into the overnight. You see that, and it carries all the way into that that little line going all to Rhinelander, from the Twin Cities to Eau Claire, possibly to Rhinelander, and it's how it all begins. Tomorrow's a different story. You've got cloudier skies. You've got 20% chance of showers coming in for La Crosse. That continues on. I'm sorry about the snow. I should have taken that out a long time ago, but you're going to be getting into that like that. You're going to be holding on to conditions to be like this. 60s for the better part of the day for you, carrying over to rainfall in the morning hours, and then we get into the afternoon, begin to dry you out with just a 20% chance, so a limited amount of that possibly even reaching the ground to finish out for Eau Claire. We'll go back into how this all shapes up for your forecast. We're looking at maybe 1/10 of an inch or less if you're up north, but then you get down to Prairie, down to Sparta, you're looking at maybe 1/4 of an inch or less. It looks like it's going to get some nice little shower activity in that spot around there by Black River Falls as well. We'll go into mostly cloudy skies for Friday as well, holding on to that shower potential as I mentioned. Upper 60s to the low to middle 70s for you, maybe some upper 70s. You can see 77 degrees rolling through there. Then we go into how this all shapes up for Saturday. You've got showers and thunderstorm potential rolling in. That continues on to enhance as we go into Saturday. In the evening hours and overnight, you're going to be picking up some thunderstorm activity carrying all the way through Sunday in the morning. Then that continues to go all the way into sunrise time for Sunday, where thunderstorm activity continues to pick up. But then it begins to break down and shears apart, and we have mostly sunny skies to finish your day for Sunday. Saturday's highs mostly 70s, the low to middle 70s, and then of course you get into Sunday, you're looking at upper 60s to the upper 70s in your forecast for Sunday. So it's looking better for everybody on there and limiting the rainfall for Butterfest. We'll go right back into how this all shapes up. 81 degrees today, 76 tomorrow, more 70s, but tapering down into the cooler round of that, going from 77 to 75 to 65 degrees on Monday with a chance of showers on the way.
Thank you, Art. Well, the curtain rises this weekend on a very special production at La Crosse Community Theater. The Penguin Project presents The Big Bad Musical, a program that pairs young actors with and without disabilities in a courtroom comedy that puts the big bad wolf on trial. And we're joined now by Eric and Caitlin from La Crosse Community Theater to tell us more. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
It sounds very interesting. So first of all, tell us a little bit about the Penguin Project and what makes it so special.
Yeah, so the Penguin Project is, like you said, it pairs students with and without disabilities together to create friendships and give them the opportunity to perform on stage in a fully blown musical. It's an opportunity that they don't always get to have, so it's really cool to be able to adjust and accommodate as we need to make sure that this can happen for them.
Yeah, that's very cool. And so what can we expect if we attend the Big Bad Musical?
You can expect a lot of laughter.
Yeah.
We are actually introducing super titles for the first time for Big Bad Musical, so that's also exciting. You'll be able to follow along with closed captioning as we go.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
great. You can also expect a lot of singing and dancing and adorable little children dressed up as fairy tale characters.
Okay. It sounds very great. And then we've got the times and dates on the screen now so people can know. And how can people get tickets if they do want to attend?
Just go on to lacrossetheater.org or they can call our ticket office, 784-9292.
Okay, great to know there. And so it's described as having some audience participation as well and multiple endings. How does that all work?
So you get to decide if you think the Big Bad Wolf is innocent or guilty.
Okay.
And our ending depends upon what the audience decides.
Okay, so it'll be different every showing, basically.
Yeah, we use sign language applause to decide. So instead of clapping with your hands, you just shake them like this.
Okay, very cool. And so it definitely sounds family friendly.
Yes.
Any kind of age like requirements that we should know about, or is it kind of for any kids?
It's for everyone. So we welcome all families of all sizes, all shapes, all forms.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Amazing. And then so we did talk about that. Anything else that you want the audiences to know?
We'd just like to thank our sponsors for the event, of course, Ultra Federal Credit Union, who now sponsors all our education things, plus the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration. And then one of our biggest partners that we get a lot of the youth with disabilities from is Cholita. And so they're a big partner with us. They have a lot of their staff come over and are a big help throughout the process.
Okay, great. And I'm sure it's really cool for you guys to see the kids that get to work on something like this. What is that process like for you?
It's been amazing. This is our 4th year since COVID doing the Penguin Project, and to get to see the kids grow up and go throughout. They age out at 18.
Okay.
But it's also cool working within the school district because I get to see them not only blossom and flourish in the Penguin Project setting, but then they'll come over and start doing our shows at school too, and to see those friendships outside of the Penguin Project and just continuing to grow. It's a heartwarming, magic feeling. There's no words for the feeling, really.
I bet. That is amazing. It sounds like such a great project. And if people are interested in the Penguin Project, do they reach out to you guys, or how do they learn more?
Yeah, we have a page on our website. Next year's Penguin Project will start about February, March time period. So we'll start posting information then, and we welcome anybody 8 to 18, any ability level, any needs. Bring them on in.
Yeah, okay, that's great to know. All right, well, thank you both so much for being here this morning.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All
Thanks
right,
for having us.
no problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Tired of hard water and harsh chlorine? Maxwell White Water Conditioning brings you the all-new dual media water softener. Say hello to softer skin, luxurious hair, and water that feels amazing. Call Maxwell White today, where better water starts here.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
Protect yourself from the harsh sun with Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens from Asher Lasting Exteriors. With over 150 fabrics to choose from and the largest sizes available, you can create shade to match your home and style. Join us for our summer sale, one day only on Thursday, June 12th at either showroom in Eau Claire or Onalaska. Enjoy super summer savings with up to 25% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months at Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Never settle for ordinary. Not when outstanding is within reach. From laminate and vinyl to tile and wood, Floor & Decor has more options for pros, homeowners, and anyone looking for the right look at the right price. With an entire store full of ideas in stock, your next beautiful space is at Floor & Decor.
When Arby's says euros, you say 2 for $7. Euros. 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 Louder. Arby's, we have the meat.
Maxwell White Water Conditioning is the Coulee region's trusted leader in water conditioning. From hardness to chlorine to iron, we eliminate it all for cleaner and healthier water. When you need the best, call the experts. Call Maxwell White.
The Brewers are coming to the Coulee region.
To left field.
Yeah, you heard that right. All summer long, you can catch the Brewers right here and for free. No pay-per-view, no subscription, just good old reliable free TV the way the baseball gods intended it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action as News 8 now brings you 10 games throughout the summer.
On, Frelick's there, and he makes the catch.
The Brewers playing here, you're welcome. The Milwaukee Brewers on News 8 Now.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Welcome back. It is 6:52. Time for your morning news now. We're having some prompter issues. Let's see. Here we go. Breaking overnight, President Trump banning travelers from a dozen countries starting Monday. He cites security concerns, saying it's hard to get visitors from those places. His proclamation also partly restricts entry from 7 other countries. Notably, Egypt is not on the list, despite being the native country of the suspect in Sunday's anti-Semitic attack in Boulder.
We don't have countries like Egypt. We don't have Saudi Arabia, where most of the 9/11 terrorists came from. So it seems to me like he cherry-picked which brown people he wanted to exclude.
The barring of nationals from Afghanistan could also impact Afghans who worked alongside the U.S. during its 2 decades of war there. A Winona man facing charges in a drive-by shooting that hit 3 homes. 30-year-old Damian Lamont Smith Jr. is accused of firing at the houses May 24th. In one house, police say a family was watching TV when bullets hit. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Smith faces up to 10 years in prison and a $200,000 fine. News 8 now learning more about a federal investigation at a La Crosse home. Postal inspectors executed a search warrant at 2115 Kane Street. Our crews saw agents loading semi-trucks with boxes like you see here, recovered from inside. Neighbors say all the law enforcement was surprising.
I was sitting here, I got home from work at about 10 after 11 in the morning, and all of a sudden swarms of cars come in, undercover cops, FBI agents, the U.S. Postal inspector.
Authorities say they did not make arrests during the search. Tomorrow's state track championships at UWL could slow down your commute. To help traffic flow, the university suggests visitors from the east or west take I-90 to Highway 53. Those from the north use Highway 35, and southbound visitors should take Main Street to West Ave. At the Wisconsin State Capitol, bipartisan budget talks have collapsed without a deal. Governor Evers and top Republicans posted statements saying their discussions are over after what both sides called positive talks. Evers said no compromises were made and Republicans could not support his top priorities. Senate Republicans said Evers' spending priorities go beyond what taxpayers can afford. Republicans can now pass their own budget. It is subject to Evers' partial veto power. Excitement churning in Sparta as Butterfest kicks off with the carnival tonight. 5:30, the 41st annual festival will run through Sunday with something for everyone. You'll find softball and golf tournaments, food, music, carnival games, and the fan favorite cow milking contest, all at the Sparta Festival grounds.
It's an opportunity for people to get out and enjoy the beginning of the fest season and to be able to share time with their family, friends, get out, eat some food, and just have a good time.
This year's festival is dedicated to founding member Dolores Bowen, who was involved for 40 years before she died. And there's a full schedule of events at SpartaButterfest.com. Moon Tunes kicking off the summer season tonight. This will run every Thursday now from 5:30 to 8:30 at Riverside Park. Headliner starting at 7 tonight is Mae Simpson.
Okay, what do we got going on here? We're looking at mowing the lawn here, looking pretty good for you. Everybody getting out there to do that today. Tomorrow's not a great chance, and if Saturday will be a lot worse out there with storm activity potentially. We'll also hold on to the possibility we roll on down here. We get into 81 to 76 to 77 degrees. We got some rain and shower activity for Friday, most of which will be well up to on I-94. We may see some of that try to get back down to I-90 to finish out the day. Showers and storms pretty much for everybody, 30% chance there as well. Kicking up even Saturday night going into Sunday. We have a 60 to 50% chance rolling in. That's mostly in the morning, finishing out with mostly sunny skies for the day.
Thank you, Art. A convenience store owner in Thailand was caught off guard by the world's biggest shoplifter. A wild elephant walked right up to the shop, used its trunk to move a freezer before helping itself to sweet treats. There it goes. The store owner says the elephant often passes by, but had never approached like this before. The park rangers eventually coaxed the elephant away, but not before it devoured several bags of dried bananas and peanut snacks. Look at that mess it's making. You think insurance covers something like this, Art?
But he probably also said, I've been trying to move that fridge for weeks. Thanks, Mr. Elephant.
I guess. Hey, you're moving soon. You might need his help. Thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.